I definitely see like Norman Bates meets Forrest Gump in this for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously, you know, everybody, the Hitchcock stuff's been done before in that aspect, but
right.
I'm a big fan of Hitchcock.
Nice. Well, so I'm curious, what do you hope audiences take away from the film?
Again, you know, obviously, I hope they go away liking the film. That's important to me because it took a long time. It depends. It depends on the person, and it depends what they're after. I can understand why certain people wouldn't get what they want from it, or why certain people would. And like, actually, we've been lucky we haven't had too much negative press. It's all been very good. Good so far. But you know, if people really, there is a story in with all the bad stuff going on, and there's a lot of clues, and there's, you know, so I just hope people get what we was going for, because a lot of the stuff, you know, there's a, like I say, there's a lot of little hidden clues, a lot of, it's not quite what you think, but that, again, that's just from our point of view, so obviously I hope people like it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, in your opinion, what makes a good horror thriller?
In my, okay. Now I'm trying to think. Do you know, again, this film, I'm not sure if, see, the thrillers, the horrors, what I really love at the moment, I'd say recent horrors, like horrors that actually I say recent, not so recent, but films like Strangers, Under, and I love those type of films because it's often, it's not what you know, it's not, for me, I find stuff, what you don't see, a lot scarier than what you do see, personally, and sound. Yeah, so again, I enjoyed The Witch. I know a lot of people didn't buzz on that film, but for me, that just with the sound, and again, it was your imagination working overtime, and that really makes you scared. Nice.
Now, I'm curious, what were some challenges you faced on set?
So much. And it wasn't just for me. That film was horrible to shoot. Nobody enjoyed that film. Without doubt, I mean, the biggest challenges was the sexual violence scenes. They were awful to film, terrible. And those are the scenes that actually me, Richie, and Ray, we ummed and ahed about so much whether to have them or not to have them. But without them, it's a different story, and they're in there also to show Oliver's background, and it's just, so those scenes were awful to film. They were really awful, and then just staying so low and dark the whole time, because you know, just in your head space, when you really try and get into the closet and going into somewhat a dark place, it does affect your mood, and but not just for me, for Ray, for Richie, this wasn't a nice set to be on, and it didn't feel pleasant. But I think that helped it come across on camera that way.
It's a little cringeworthy.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
to say the least.
And yeah, no, definitely, and obviously finance, because for myself personally, I'm sure other actors get this if they're listening, but I came into this project broke. We filmed this a few years ago. I was broke, and we didn't have a lot of money for the film, so we was doing like when you go in with a mindset like, Jesus, I'm not going to get paid for like 2-3 years, maybe, down the road. So you've got all your other stress of being broke, and then you've got the stress of, we don't have a lot of money for this film. We're shooting 13-14 hours, but then we have to clear up, like all the blood, that was me, Richie and Ray, we had to wash all that down. So you're just tired, you're worn out.
Right.
Yeah, those were the main things that was really hard to deal with on set.
Okay. Well, I hope it was worth it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm curious, what was it like working with Sarah Malakal-Lane?
Do you know I love Sarah? Me and Sarah I actually, it's funny, me and Sarah worked together. I met her on a B movie that I did. Knights of the King Arthur and the Knights of the, it's like an asylum film, and honestly, it was the most fun I've ever had in a film. It was ridiculous. It was the silliest story ever.
What was your role in that film?
So on that one, I was Mordred, and Sarah Malakal-Lane played my incestuous mother. Yeah, and then that's where we met, and we got on really well. And then she just shot Kickboxer, and then she had an opening with Time, so I got her to come over, and yeah, it's great. I love working with her. It was funny because we only had her for a week, so we were shooting all the dark stuff at night, and then she came over and we're shooting in a theme park, and everybody needed that break, and it was such a nice break on all the negative stuff, then to go to like, we're shooting now in the daytime, we've got Sarah who's a good friend, so yeah, that was cool. That was nice.
Cool. Now I'm curious, are there any other actors or filmmakers that you hope to work with in the future?
Oh, so many. Jesus, so many. I'm a film geek. I love films.
Nice.
I'd say actors. I'll start with actors. Actors I love: Vincent Cassel, Mads Mikkelsen, Tim Roth, Julie Delpy, Ethan Hawke. Yeah, loads. And then writers, people like Chase. I'm the hugest Sopranos fan, so anything like that. And directors, Jesus, the list goes on and on and on. Too many.
That's great.
Yeah.
Are you big on Halloween? Do you have any big plans this year?
I usually am, but no, this year I think I'm just going to watch some movies, catch up on some horror flicks, and maybe just see some friends. Nothing too big this year. What about yourself? You got any big plans?
Yeah, I'm actually part of a group, a charity organization, the New York City Ghostbusters, and this will be our second year marching in the Village Parade in Manhattan. So
wow,
looking forward to that.
What are you dressed as?
Oh yeah, there's like 30 of us in the New York City chapter, and we have full gear. We've got the jumpsuit, the gear, the proton packs, and
amazing.
People love it. Great.
Oh no, I bet. Did you watch the new Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. I'll be honest with you.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched that yet.
Are you a fan of the series?
Oh, I'm a fan of the originals, Forget about it. I used to love them. Yeah. Right. But no, I haven't seen the new one.
I mean, if you're curious, I would check it out, but it does not hold a candle to the original two films. It's, I don't know, they tried to reinvent the wheel in a way, and it just, I don't know, felt kind of flat. And, but yeah, it has.
They could have had a little cameo for some of the older guys. Yeah,
well, actually, they did have cameos.
Oh, did they?
They did, from everyone but Harold Ramis, obviously.
Yeah.
And
okay, nice. Now I will check it out.
Yeah, they all have small little random cameos in there, but it really doesn't make up for the fact that it's just a lackluster film. I think they should have done a third movie in the 90s with, passing of the torch with, Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Chris Farley. That would have been so good.
No, that would have been good. Yeah.
But alas, I'm not a producer, so I'm not in charge of these things. So, So
nice.
But so yeah, Russell, I'm curious, if I have you, what advice do you have for aspiring actors or filmmakers out there?
Advice. Again, it's a weird one because I don't feel I'm in a place to give advice so much because probably I'm still early in my career. But I don't know. For actors, just keep going. It's tough. It's tough. Keep going. you just have to push ahead and to get it made. It's a lot easier to keep talking about a project and then it doesn't come to fruition. But once you start setting those motions, and you have to, and for actors, we live and breathe on footage. We need footage. So the less talking and the more doing you do, at least you have something to go and get another job with.
I'm curious though. So, what would you say are some of your favorite movies of all time?
Okay, favorite movies, but it always depends on the mood I'm in.
Okay, makes sense.
All time, I'm going to go, right, I'm going to just start spieling off film names.
Do it.
And, okay, so we've got Trainspotting, Bicycle Thief, Angels with Dirty Faces, Public Enemy, Once Upon a Time in the West, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, Goodfellas, Casino. I love gangster films. The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen, Green Butchers with Mads Mikkelsen, a Danish film. Love that film. Schindler's List. Love Schindler's List. Kez, an English movie. This Is England. Shane Meadows. Then I've got loads of cheese like Goonies, Dirty Dancing, Point Break, Back to the Future, Neverending Story, Labyrinth. Yeah, I mean, I could just keep going.
Go forever.
And then, there's a million different. It all depends what mood I'm in at the time. Henry's portrait of a serial killer, if we're going horror, Strangers, Conjuring, Eyes of Laura Mars, an old 70s movie, which I dug that film. Green Mile,
nice.
Cinema Paradiso, La Haine, the French movie La Haine, Switchblade Romance. I don't know, I could just keep going. And then I've still missed out films like Shawshank and the films that, and Cry One, I've watched that over and over. Jesus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright. Now,
Before Sunrise as well.
Oh yeah, the whole trilogy's great.
Yeah, I love it. I'm one of many guys who fell in love with Julie Delpy because of those films.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Sure.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, other than Who's Watching Oliver, what else are you working on?
At the moment I've got a few smaller stuff, but nothing big planned.
Okay.
Obviously, Ghost House. I shot Ghost House before. Who's Watching Oliver? That one's out on Netflix at the moment. With Rich Ragsdale and then Scout Taylor Compton and James Landry. That was a fun gig. Yeah.
All right. Great. Well, Russ, I want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you very much for having me on the show.